welcome to another reaction video. Hope you can hear me good. Today we're reacting to a new form fight after 2 years from Ace Trainer Liam. And that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope you guys give my other videos a try. And I do want to continue reacting to Gohanverse, since it's been a long time. And real quick, I wanted to say thank you all for the over 260 views on my one Vegeta video. That means a lot and it's really shocking. Also, go to Prince of Privilege, since Prince Vegeta somehow lost his old channel. Subscribe to his new one to help him get back his subscribers. I don't know how everything happened, but at least he could make a new one. I'll put a link to it probably in a comment or in the description. And subscribe to Ace Trainer Liam along with myself. With all that out the way, let's get to this.
A form fight's back! God, can you believe it's been nearly 2 years since the last one? Man. Oh well, all that matters is that form fight's back, and I've got at least 31 new form fights to do, so I got my work cut out for me, right?
Also, unlike before, I do have the volume up pretty loud, and I hope you guys can hear me better. My phone's on charge right now while I do this, but I wanted to do this while it was still fresh. So, hope I come out clear, and I hope you guys enjoy my edits.
For those who don't know, Form Fight is a series where we take a look at a Pokemon with more than one form, or a branched evolution, or counterpart Pokemon like we're looking at today. We have a look at the differences between those Pokemon and we try and work out which one is the best. And then just for a little bit of fun, we have a metronome battle between the Pokemon we're looking at, literally just for fun. Don't cry in the comments when the one you like doesn't win, because it's a metronome battle. It does not matter. It's just for fun. You ever heard of it? Fun's great. But with everything out of the way, let's have a look at today's challengers. Today we're going to be looking at the two legendary Paradox forms of Cyclizar and the box art legendaries for Scarlet and Violet, Koraidon and Miraidon. To get yourself a Koraidon, simply play Pokemon Scarlet and eventually Arven will just hand you one like he's one of the spotty kids at GameStop. And you can also actually battle and catch a second one in Area Zero. And to get yourself Miraidon, simply do the same thing in Pokemon Violet. But what makes these two Pokemon so different? Let's take a look. According to the Pokedex, Koraidon stands at 2.5 meters tall and weighs 303 kilograms. Its Pokedex entry says this seems to be the Winged King mentioned in an old expedition journal. It is said to have split the land with its bare fists. This Pokemon resembles Cyclizar, but is far burlier and more ferocious. Nothing is known about its ecology or other features. Now, the Pokedex says Miraidon is 3.5 meters tall, although I do think that's probably the length of Miraidon from the top of its head to the tip of its tail, and it weighs 240 kilograms. Miraidon's Pokedex information says much remains unknown about this creature. It resembles Cyclizar, but is far more ruthless and powerful. This seems to be the Iron Serpent mentioned in an old book. The Iron Serpent is said to have turned the land to ash with its lightning. Appearance-wise, Koraidon is a huge red and white lizard creature with white, blue, and pink feathers, as well as a large dewlap that resembles a car tire, which will later inspire humans to invent the wheel. That's why he runs and doesn't roll on his wheel, because it never was a wheel. It just made humans go, oh yeah, cool, we could invent that. And yes, that is a hill I will die on. As for Miraidon, it's a huge purple lizard creature, but looks much more futuristic and robotic than its counterpart, with rocket boosters on the backs of its knees, as well as a body, horns, and long tail that appear to be made of some kind of energy. In their shiny forms, Koraidon's red scales turn a very, very, very dark navy colour, and the blue and pink in its feathers change to red and yellow respectively, giving it almost a prehistoric Garchomp vibe. Miraidon, on the other hand, trades its purple metallic colouring for a sleek silver colour, making it look even more like a robot. Now let's have a look at their typing, weaknesses, and resistances. Koraidon is a dual-type fighting and dragon Pokemon, which makes it weak to flying, psychic, ice, dragon, and fairy, with the fairy weakness being a 4x weakness. So stop bringing it to bloody Gardevoir raids. They all have Moonblast. What are you doing? Koraidon resists rock.
I bet that's happened to him a lot with people bringing their Koraidon. Which, sorry to interrupt him talking, but which form do you guys like better? Kirai or Mirai? I like both, but whenever I get my SSI again and I get a Switch, I am getting Violet. And I already put this on a comment on this video I'm reacting to, that I hope he does form fights with the other version exclusive Paradox Pokemon like Great Tusk and Iron Treads, etc. I think that would be really enjoyable. And back to the video.
Bug, fire, water, grass, electric, and dark, and has no immunities. Miraidon is a dual-type electric and dragon Pokemon, making it weak to ground, ice, dragon, and fairy. It resists flying, steel, fire, water, grass, and electric, with the electric resistance being a quad resistance. Now let's have a look at the stats and abilities of these counterpart Pokemon. Much like with most box art legendary counterparts, Koraidon and Miraidon share the same base stats, just rearranged, with Koraidon getting the better physical attack and defense, and Miraidon getting the better special attack and special defense. Needless to say, their key offensive stats and their speed are incredible.
And they have the same health and speed.
Much living up to their legendary status. Koraidon's only ability is Orichalcum Pulse, try saying that 3 times fast, which not only summons harsh sunlight when Koraidon enters a battle, similar to Drought, but also raises Koraidon's attack by roughly 30% when harsh sunlight is in effect. Miraidon's ability is Hadron Engine, not Hardon Engine. I misspelt this a lot when I was writing this. Which summons
Hardon Engine. Oh my god. That's good.
electric terrain when Miraidon enters a battle, similar to Electric Surge, but also raises Miraidon's special attack by roughly 30% when electric terrain is in effect. Now, normally in Form Fight, I'd explain how these abilities would help these Pokemon in battle, but let's face it, legendaries that can raise their key offensive stat in battle by having a certain condition met, which occurs anyway once they enter the battle, if you really need an explanation of why that's such a good thing, there's probably no hope for you, mate. Now it's time for me to decide which of these two Pokemon is my favourite, but before I do that, I'm going to say a lovely big thank you to our wonderful Ace Trainer Ultra XL members, who are Brometapod, Purple Dragonair, Ghost Lupin, Andros Lefay, Sin City Yeti, Mumbai Cobra, Gear Overlord, TJ the Nerd, JWatt8554, Night Angel, Blue Thunder 2021, Lucas Gates, and Kingly Gamer YT. Thank you all for your massive support on this channel. And so, my favourite of these two Pokemon is easy. It's Koraidon. I've loved Koraidon since the moment I first saw it in the trailers. It's an amazingly designed Pokemon. I really do absolutely love it. It's a shame it's not so good in battle, I think, compared to Miraidon. Like, it's definitely got some good points and can put up some good fights, but I really don't like that 4 times fairy weakness, because, like, Play Rough and Moonblast are such common moves these days.
Yeah, dragon fighting is a cool combo, but just like with Kommo-o, it's not good defensive-wise. Literally, if I did pick Scarlet instead of Violet, and I would have both a Gardevoir and a Mimikyu, it would be destroyed.
Like, you've really got to be careful when using Koraidon, whereas Miraidon only has 2 times weaknesses, and it's just got that little bit more of an edge, I think, in battle. But as beautiful as Miraidon is, I still think Koraidon's my boy. But of course, it's not just up to me to decide which of these Pokemon is my favourite, it's up to you guys to decide which is your favourite. But before you do, let's see these Pokemon in action on the battlefield. It's almost time for the Metronome battle. Let me just quickly remind you that you can use our channel's code ACE to get 20% off G Fuel. G Fuel, of course, is an energy formula with barely any calories, 0 sugar, and a whole heap of wonderful flavours like the lovely honey berry that I'm drinking.
When I get my SSI back, I definitely want to get some G Fuel to try.
Today, that's the Banjo-Kazooie inspired flavour, and it's really bloody lovely. Oh, honestly, it's so bloody refreshing. Go and get yourself some honeyberry or any of the wonderful flavours of G Fuel. Just remember to use code ACE when you do for 20% off and to help support this lovely channel. Remember though, G Fuel is for over 18s only because it contains caffeine, and children don't need to be anywhere near caffeine. They're annoying enough as it is.
I'm pretty sure, like, teens would find a way to get G Fuel for themselves if they tried. I'm just saying. Nothing against Liam, obviously, just a thought I had. Also, I really hope you guys can hear me good.
Because it drink it responsibly. Don't be a dickhead. Now, we are about to start the Metronome battle, but let me just remind you, because it has been almost 2 years, so you probably need a refresher. These Pokemon in this Metronome battle have max IVs in all their stats, 0 EVs in all their stats. They've got neutral natures. The only advantages or disadvantages any of these Pokemon have come from their typing, their abilities, and their base stats. Everything else is all up to the Metronome. Let's go. So here we go. It's the first form fight in nearly 2 years. It's Koraidon versus Miraidon.
Oh, we're on the track field. I was wondering what the player versus player battle arena would be. I guess it makes sense that it's at the school. Also, ignore the sirens. I hear those a lot around where I am for some reason.
Scarlet and Violet box art legendaries are ready to go. There we see Miraidon's Hadron engine bringing in that lovely electric terrain. And then the Orichalcum Pulse from Koraidon is going to bring the sunny day, the harsh sunlight. And of course, that means everybody's, well, the Koraidon's physical attack and the Miraidon's special attack are all boosted by 30%. How lovely. Simple Beam is not going to work on this kind of legendary Pokemon because those abilities are immune, I guess, to Simple Beam and being changed, like roleplay and all that. We see Glare, which of course isn't going to affect Miraidon because Miraidon's an electric type and cannot be paralyzed. So here comes Shiny Miraidon, who's going to go straight for Water Spout to start things off. It will be resisted by the Dragon types. Everybody on this field right now resists water. Did you know? And now here comes regular Miraidon, who is going to go for a Sand Attack and lower the accuracy of
God, I miss watching these. Also, let me know down in the comments if you want me to react to more of these, and let me know while watching these if you want the volume lower, because I don't want to hurt you guys' ears.
Regular Koraidon by one stage. Over to regular Koraidon, who's going to go straight in with Beat Up. So it's going to get 2 Dark type hits, critical hit there, on the Shiny Miraidon. Who's going to follow up? We'll find out momentarily. It's going to be Shiny Miraidon because everyone's got the same speed. It's a big old speed tie. And we're going to get a lick from Shiny Miraidon onto Shiny Koraidon. Critical hit on that lick and gets the paralysis.
I thought it would get the paralysis if it was lucky.
That's not good for Shiny Koraidon right there, who is absolutely beautiful, by the way. Regular Miraidon is going to fire off Discharge, which on the same type attack bonus, it will...
Okay, so it's stab and powered up by electric terrain, and by its ability, but it's still resisted. I wonder if it's going to paralyze the other Koraidon and make the Miraidons even faster.
Will be resisted, but has a chance to paralyze, but unfortunately didn't actually get the paralysis. So not very effective hits all round. Did hit its partner though as well. Shiny Miraidon's going to go for, Koraidon is going to go for Muddy Water, maybe hoping to lower some accuracy itself, but unfortunately that's not the case. Shiny Miraidon does follow up though with Fake Out, which is going to fail because it's not turn 1, you silly sausage. Next up is regular Miraidon. The Metronome is ready to go, and we are getting a Psyshock, which will be super effective on the Shiny Koraidon, and down...
One down, one to go.
Goes Shiny Koraidon, first casualty of the newest season of Form Fight. Good night. Regular Koraidon has its back against the wall as it goes to the Metronome and goes for Sky Attack, which is going to be resisted by whoever it hits. And it's a 2-turn attack, so you have to wait. Now,
Sorry if you guys hear my yawning. I'm not even all that tired, but I keep yawning for some reason.
Miraidon has an opening and is going to go for Force Palm and lands it on Koraidon there. And now Shiny Miraidon is going to follow up on its partner's attack with a Last Resort, which will fail because Last Resort always fails when your only move is Metronome. They should really take that out of rotation. Here's that Sky Attack from Koraidon, bringing Shiny Miraidon down to less than half its max HP, and it gets to follow up on the start of the next turn with a Gunk Shot, which misses. That's really unfortunate. That's that Sand Attack coming into play.
Also, with what MNJTV would say, if it's not 100% accurate, it's 50% accurate.
Regular Miraidon is going to capitalize, though, with spikes, which are completely useless in this Metronome double battle format. So great job there. Well done, mate. Well done. That's good for Koraidon, I guess. Over to Shiny Miraidon, though, and Shiny Miraidon is going to go for Attack Order, which will be not very effective on the Fighting-type Koraidon, but does bring it down to less than half its max HP. The Harsh Sunlight does end. It's been 5 turns, and, of course, the Electric Terrain ends as well after the 5 turns. Next turn started off by regular Miraidon, who goes for a not very effective Leaf Blade there. Does get the crit, though, off the Leaf Blade, you know, high crit hit ratio and all that. And now Shiny Miraidon is going to go for Aura Sphere, which will be neutral damage, brings Koraidon down to 10 hit points, and now it's Koraidon's time. What's it going to do to retaliate? Drill Peck, not very effective. That's the first damage regular Miraidon has taken all battle. That's tragic. And Shiny Miraidon fires back with Muddy Water of its own. That's not very effective, but it's enough to take down Koraidon. Miraidon is your winner. Koraidon just could.
I remember he did 2 out of 3, but I think that's only for the Metronome tournaments. And it's going to be Metromania. Yeah. It would be awesome to see that again. Maybe you will. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you next time. Like, comment, and subscribe to me, Ace Trainer Liam, Prince of Privilege, aka Prince Vegeta, and MJ TV. And I'll see you guys next time.